The fourth film in competition for the Palme d'Or. Welcome to the Photocall of Black Flies, a film from Stéphane Sauvaire. French director, you can see there next to Penn in the rain. So it's very dull weather here in Cannes this morning. But the screening went well yesterday in the Festival Palace. Stéphane Sauvaire, that you can see there with his angel wings. This is a quote from the film as well, because his hero has a similar jacket, Ty Sheridan, you can see there with the light colored jacket, who is in the film with Penn. So this film, Black Flies, is a spiral, if you like, in an ambulance in New York. And as we follow the day-to-day lives of the paramedics and 911 call. So Stéphane Sauvaire with Penn, Ty Sheridan, Michael Pitt as well, Raquel Nave, David Angaro, Warren Goz, and Victor Hadid. So Stéphane Sauvaire has been to Cannes before, but it's the first time he's been selected in the competition for the Palme d'Or. He's a French director who was born in Paris, and you might have seen his films here before. 2008, The Johnny Mad Dog, which was co-produced by Mathieu Kassovitz in Un Certain Regard, and he won the award for Best Hopeful. And it was a downward spiral of child soldiers in African conflict. It was filmed in Liberia. 2017, A Prayer Before Dawn and Midnight Session, not in competition. This time it was looking back at a true story, the story of Billy Moore, a young English boxer who was jailed in Thailand for drug possession. And of course, more boxing, because Mike Tyson has a role in this film, Black Flies, because he plays Penn's boss. He's the boss of the paramedics, and it's always a pleasure to see Penn here in Cannes. He won Best Actor Award for Nick Cassavetes' She's So Lovely. He directed The Pledge in competition in 2001. He was in The Tree of Life by Terrence Malick, which won the Palme d'Or. In 2011, he was in Paolo Sorrentino's This Must Be the Place as well. So a great actor. He's won 2 Oscars. Best Actor for Mystic River by Clint Eastwood in 2004. And as well for Harvey Milk by Gus Van Sant back in 2009. Stéphane Sauvaire with his 2 actors, Ty Sheridan, who's a revelation in this film. He's one of the producers of the film as well. He spent a lot of time with Shannon Burke, who wrote the book. It took a lot of time going through the streets of Harlem. And he had a small role in Tree of Life as well. So he's already worked with Penn, but he was in Mud as well. Jeff Nichols' film, which was here. Take Shelter was in the Critics' Week, and Mud was in the competition in 2012. And Stéphane Sauvaire thought immediately of Penn, and first of all, Penn turned him down. He didn't want to take the role, but it was Adele Exarchopoulos who convinced him to go and see Sauvaire's films, his former films, notably Johnny Mad Dog. And Penn changed his mind when he started as well organizing vaccination programs with paramedics in New York, and so he sort of changed his mind. He became a convert to the cause, if you like, and of the paramedics, and so he accepted, and it was, so he went in. He rode around in ambulances very often to acclimatize, if you like, to get inside the skin of the paramedics, and so this is a film where we see a lot of calamities, a lot of sadness, and of course there's the allegory of the Archangel Michael, and so there is the angel theme here. And this jacket is similar. It's a sort of a reminder of the one that Ty Sheridan wears, and it makes us think about Drive as well. 2011, Nicholas Winding Refn. It was screened at the festival in competition. 2011. So Stéphane Sauvaire lives in New York. It's an American film directed by a Frenchman. It was very interesting, very important for him to have a lot of non-professional actors so that it would give as much authenticity to the portrait of the city of New York. There you can see Ty Sheridan. So he's excellent. He plays a medical student, and to make some money he joins the paramedics in New York. His teammate is Sean Penn. He tries to revise as while he's working, which is of course going to cause a lot of problems for him. Ty Sheridan played in Jeff Nichols' Mud in competition in 2012. The film is reminiscent of films of Scorsese, of Abel Ferrara, you know, Bringing Out the Dead from 1999 from Scorsese. And this takes place in the paramedical world, and Jean-Stéphane Sauvaire has said that he already knew New York before going to live there through all these films that he saw, the bridges, the subways, of course, Abel Ferrara. So it's a fiction, of course, but it's based on real events that have happened in Brooklyn, notably the opening scene. So a lot of documentary work going on, and it talks about the problems and the difficulties that are involved, the difficulties that are present in the American healthcare system. And it's a sort of initiatory story as well for the arc of the hero Ty Sheridan that we see here on the right of the screen. The pale jacket with Sean Penn as his guide.
I do too.
In the jungle of New York.
Watch your back.
Sean Penn there, who chews a toothpick all the way through the film, but today I think it's chewing gum. So they're going towards the press conference room back inside the Festival Palace, and you're going to be able to listen to the press conference in a moment. And if you're a journalist, of course, you can ask them questions, and you can watch it live on TV Festival.